It's been a little while since we've talked about Austin Mcbroom and his Snapchat antics, and not a lot has changed from where we last left off.
Come on, baby. We don't want to fight him.
I think when all of this first started, a lot of people were going back and forth about whether or not he was being serious or if he was playing up the act for engagement. But people quickly realized he was playing a character. If that was still unclear to anyone, lately Austin's been breaking character, Catherine's been speaking out on the act he's been putting on, and it also seems like he might have a deal coming up with Snapchat very soon. It's a mess, so let's get into it. Austin's Snapchat journey has definitely been an interesting one. Even though Austin's been on Snap for a while now, we've never seen him on Snap in this way before he announced his divorce. After he announced his divorce, I feel like things actually started off normal. He was posting as usual, and then he realized people were watching and hoping to see a mess. People wanted to see him try to navigate life without Catherine, and they wanted to see him have a downfall. Austin very quickly became a huge joke on social media. People were making fun of his snaps, claiming that he was locked in, he was becoming a meme on TikTok, and people were even doing skits of him.
This man is not sick. What? He just did what? Oh my gosh.
And instead of trying to fight the backlash, Austin decided to play into it. I'm sure he was watching his views grow by the day, and since the Ace Family YouTube channel was over, he needed to find something new to do anyway. Even though Austin and Catherine weren't posting that much to their YouTube channel pre-divorce, that still seemed like their main source of income. They were either making money off their views on YouTube or one of the many schemes that they thought of over the years. With that option now being gone, Austin needed to find a new gig, and we all know Snapchat is paying their creators very generously right now. There was a period where Snap kind of died off. No one was using it anymore, and in an effort to revive the platform, Snap started to pay influencers to post on their platform and bring their following with them. We've seen so many influencers who either kind of fell off or got canceled from the platforms that they originally got huge on, now find a home on Snapchat, and Austin is one of them. Now, when Austin first started this act, a lot of people couldn't tell if he was being serious. I will say, there was a time that the stories he was coming up with were pretty convincing. His new home falling through, having to move into an RV, getting kicked out of Catherine's driveway by the HOA. It was funny, but I think most people very quickly realized it was all an act. For the viewers who still believe he might actually be living in an RV, attending school, and selling his lemonade as a side hustle, I have some news for you. Austin actually broke character the other day, and he forgot to trim it out before he posted it.
That was fucking terrible.
And Austin even admitted himself to this being an act for entertainment. A few days ago, he only ended up posting a few stories because his friend who's normally there with him wasn't there that day. And at the end, he posted this story which said, "Sorry for the short episode today." So even Austin himself is calling his snaps episodes. I mean, we all knew that already, but finally seeing him admit it after weeks of carrying this act on is interesting to see. I just wonder how long he'll be able to keep this up for. I know I was checking his Snap every hour looking for updates when he first started doing the whole character thing, but now it's kind of old and boring, and knowing that it's an act doesn't make it as fun anymore. Every day he is doing something new to try and keep things interesting, but I can't help but feel like this is going to die out quickly. I'm actually starting to wonder if that's already happening because lately, Austin's been using Catherine for some major clickbait on his stories. Catherine left for a girls' trip earlier this week, and he's been taking screenshots of her snaps on vacation and reposting them to his Snapchat. He reposted her villa and said, "I'm jealous," and commented on how nice it looked. And then he reposted this picture of Catherine just living her life and said, "I need a vacation soon." Like, I'm sorry, but he knows what he's doing. I'm pretty sure this was his last post of the day, which means this is what the thumbnail picture for his story will be. So of course, everyone is going to be clicking on it. They're going to be wondering if Austin is just reposting her story, if Austin is actually with her. It's going to get views. It makes me wonder, is the character not working out for you as well as it was last week, and this is what you have to do now? You repost a picture of Catherine as your very last story, so we all have to sit here and click through your earlier stories so you make some money. I mean, I know him and Catherine are supposed to be on good terms, but this has to be annoying her, and maybe that's why she's kind of been exposing Austin for his act on Snapchat. As you guys know, one of the main stories that Austin's been pushing and never letting go of has been him not having a place to stay. He was living in an RV and then his friend's house, but we haven't seen him be in his actual house. Well, Catherine kind of exposed him the other day when she posted this picture of Austin and said, "The chaos." And yes, Austin and I go to each other's houses to pick the kiddos up. Houses, not each other's RVs, not each other's air mattresses in a friend's house, but houses. I guess Austin's been going to great lengths to avoid anyone seeing his home to keep this act going because he's actually been using Catherine's house to film some of his videos. There was this one video that he did the other day where he put on a fake tan, and Catherine later revealed that he did the tan in her house and ruined her bedding. She made a story about how she had to go out and buy all new sheets because someone ruined them with fake tan, and someone replied and said, "Definitely Austin. I knew he was about to make a damn mess acting a fool." And it sounds like Catherine didn't know this was taking place in her room because she replied and said, "I couldn't figure out what this stain was for a week until someone told me he did a spray tan in my room." But it looks like all of this mess might be paying off for him because the other day he actually got a meeting with Snapchat.
First things first, let's change the name of Snapchat, yeah? Let's change the name. We're gonna call it Austin Chat. I think that's a great idea. How do you guys feel about that?
Yeah, we can put that under consideration.
All right,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, I
Write it
just
down.
wasn't gonna think about
Really,
it.
yeah. Really write it down.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. You got it? Okay. All right. That's a great one.
Now, for a second, it kind of seems like this whole Snapchat meeting might just be a part of his whole character. But I feel like after this was all done, he probably had a real meeting and maybe he's getting his own like Snapchat show or something like that. I'm sure he's been getting amazing views from all of this, and Snapchat probably wants to cash in on it while they can. And since Austin doesn't have YouTube anymore, I'm sure he'll be very happy about it. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about everything down below, and I'll see you next time.